Hello everyone. I'm putting this up here just to show YouTube that I am operating within the guidelines of fair use, which allows to use segments of material I do not own the rights for in order to criticize and express an opinion. Just as any democratic, free speech supporting platform would do. I'm not going to make any money out of this, and everything I upload here will be for the sole purpose of reviewing, critique, and expressing opinions about what's going on and what went on. This video is going to be very different from what I usually do, and it's going to focus on Andrea. I just want to put up something here that she said some years ago that shows some ability to introspect, also to be aware of her own situation. And I think that was an important time for her when she realized all these things and knew all these things about herself. And I want to put him up here because it's important for us to remember that too.
I spent 10 years of my life in my house. I didn't go out. So, I had the blinds drawn, I had curtains covering them. Even now with my windows open, that's like a huge improvement from how I used to be.
Staying at home for 10 years in the situation that you had just described is severe. There's no other way to put it. That is a huge problem. That is a severe dysfunction. And you should have gotten help. I don't know why you didn't get help, but it was, in my opinion, it was a must. And the fact that you were able to get up and leave everything for Hadar and go live in Israel, in a different country, shows that those were still times that you could still make a change. You could still move out of your comfort zone. And I think in Israel, if we go through the videos, there are a lot of trips. There are a lot of going to parks and going on trips to different places, historical places, beautiful places. You needed to be much more independent. You went out, you shopped with the kids, you went to supermarkets, you went out just for a walk with the kids. So ever since you returned to America, these 3 years have been an absolute downfall. It's become worse and worse all the time. Now, having said that, it is not my job or my intention to tell anyone how to run their lives. That's your life and you're entitled to it. However, you also said this.
I have had depression for on and off for about 15 years now, and basically it comes in waves every couple months, I guess. Never been treated for it, ever. I didn't want to take anything that might change how I act or feel or my energy level or cause...
Or she wanted to say, or causes me to gain weight. So what I just listened to here, what we all just heard, this is a problem. And why? Because if you are a grown person, an adult, you have the right, of course, to refuse to take anything to better your condition. You don't have to. When does this become a problem in my way of thinking, in my opinion, and in the way I see things? This becomes a problem when you start believing that the remedies and answers and self-made medicines for everything, so that you actually know better than any doctor. And then when you have kids, you subject your kids to the same idea and belief. So if you are suffering from depression, if you're suffering from social anxiety, if you are locking yourself in, if you are preventing yourself from having a life, if you are doing all these things and refuse to take anything or try to take anything to help yourself, that's your choice. However, once you have children and you start projecting all that on your children, not letting them have their own life, not letting them go out and experience other people, places, life as it is, schools, social situations, when you start not deciding not to give them any type of medications or letting them see doctors when they were babies, especially Raphael, who did not see a doctor throughout the whole pregnancy. He didn't see a doctor as a child, as a toddler. There was no way to see if he's developing right. Everything was Dr. Internet. And the fact that children actually are paying the price for your anxieties, fears, neurosis, depression. I don't know what else. Maybe you have bipolar. Maybe, I don't know. It's all a guess to me. They are paying a very heavy price. And that is not illegal, but it's extremely unfair. When you declared on a video that Raphael has never seen a doctor when he was a toddler, you said it so proudly. And that is almost something that is repeating itself now because you refused to get vaccinated. You refused to vaccinate the kids against anything. I'm not talking about COVID, anything. But then you don't let them out of the house in fear of them getting a virus and giving it to you. So no, that doesn't work that way. You see because what you're doing here is you're taking one anxiety, let's say, or agenda, whatever you have with vaccinations altogether, you're forcing it on your kids, but then you use that as an excuse to not let them out to live their life. That is, in my opinion, extremely manipulative, but also it's just wrong in so many ways. Again, everything I say here is my personal opinion.